Shifting focus totally to a very different story. This is a News 18 exclusive. We've been able to access CCTV footage of the Conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar from the Tihar jail. Remember, Tihar jail has housed the Conman. The Conman has been involved in a multi-crore alleged scam that he allegedly pulled off from inside the jail. This is the same case in which you've had Jacqueline Fernandez also visiting the court at multiple points. This was a multi-crore scam that he reportedly pulled off. Now, this is CCTV visuals that we're actually showing you on your screens. I believe some of the personal items owned by him were taken away from him. And these visuals are of his reaction. Anand Tiwari is with us. He is a News 18 India reporter. सर, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद। सर, आप हमारे दर्शक को समझा सकते हैं, हम विजुअल्स तो दिखा रहे हैं, बट आप समझा सकते हैं क्या हो रहा है इन विजुअल्स में, प्लीज। फोन कट गया। आनंद तिवारी जी, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? All right, I'll show you, as we keep an eye on the visuals, I'll try to have our colleague connected back with us right here on CNN News 18, just to tell you the details we do have about the visuals, the reaction on your screens. Sukesh Chandrashekhar responding. This is after Tihar jail officials raided the Conman's jail cell and reportedly seized slippers worth $1.5 lakh and expensive jeans. You can see over there his clothes on the floor. Him clearly looking very, very distraught in the visuals in front of you. We'll try to have a reporter join us in just a second, though, so we can confirm some of the details that are in front of you. Until we're able to do that, I will tell you more about Chandrasekhar himself. He is a prime accused in the 200 crore extortion case. This is a case that, as we're speaking, is being investigated by the police. Let's go over to Anand Tiwari from News 18. I believe we have been able to make that connection. आनंद जी, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए धन्यवाद। आनंद जी, हम अपने दर्शक को ये जो विजुअल्स दिखा रहे हैं, आप हमें समझा सकते हैं क्या हो रहा है इन विजुअल्स में, प्लीज।
जी देखिए, 200 करोड़ रुपए की ठगी का आरोप सुकेश चंद्रशेखर के ऊपर है और इसे हाल में ही मंडोली जेल में शिफ्ट किया गया था और बाकायदा इसके ऊपर 24 आवर्स वॉच करने के लिए जो दो दबंग जेलर हैं, काफी मजबूत दीपक शर्मा और जय सिंह, इनकी तैनाती मंडोली जेल में की गई थी। कुछ इनपुट्स मिले थे कि अभी भी सुकेश चंद्रशेखर जो है वो मंडोली जेल के अंदर से कुछ ऐसी एक्टिविटीज कर रहा है जो जेल मैनुअल के अगेंस्ट है, जिसके बाद एक सरप्राइज जो है वो रेड्स की गई जिसमें सीआरपीएफ के जवानों को रखा गया। और आप ये 7 सीसीटीवी फुटेज के आधार पर देख सकते हैं कि किस तरह से जेल प्रशासन ने पूरी मुस्तैदी दिखाते हुए सुकेश चंद्रशेखर की जो सेल है उसमें सर्च ऑपरेशन करके करीबन 1.5 लाख रुपए के जो गुच्ची की चप्पलें हैं वो और करीबन 80 हजार रुपए के जो 2 जीन्स हैं उन्हें बरामद किया है। जेल मैनुअल के हिसाब से ये नहीं रख सकते थे सुकेश जेल के अंदर और उसके बाद बाकायदा इन्हें जब्त किया गया है। इसका एक तरीके से रिपोर्ट तैयार की गई है, जेल प्रशासन को इसके बारे में अवगत कराया गया है और कोर्ट में भी जो जानकारी मिल रही है तिहाड़ प्रशासन के सूत्रों से कि कोर्ट को भी इस पूरे मामले से अवगत कराया गया है। बता दें कि सुकेश चंद्रशेखर इस सीसीटीवी फुटेज में रोता हुआ भी नजर आ रहा है। वो लगातार जो है वो जेलर्स के सामने खड़ा हुआ है और लगातार वहां पर जो है वो सर्च ऑपरेशन जो है वो किया जा रहा है। सुकेश चंद्रशेखर लगातार ये कुछ ट्रिक अपना रहा है कि वो तिहाड़ जेल से साउथ इंडिया की जेल में शिफ्ट हो जाए, जिसको लेकर वो लगातार लेटर हम भी जो है फोड़ता नजर आ रहा है। और तिहाड़ जेल ने सुकेश चंद्रशेखर ने जिस तरह से 200 करोड़ रुपए की ठगी को अंजाम दिया था, उसके बाद से जो तिहाड़ के डीजी थे उन्होंने जब से पदभार संभाला उन्होंने तिहाड़ के अंदर कई सरप्राइज जो है वो रेड्स कराई, कई मोबाइल फोन्स को बरामद किया और उसके बाद एक मैसेज देने की कोशिश की गई कि तिहाड़ जेल में अगर कोई भी लापरवाही बरता नजर आएगा तो उसके खिलाफ कड़ी कार्रवाई की जाएगी। उसी सिलसिले में सुकेश चंद्रशेखर के सेल में ये सरप्राइज रेड की गई, जिसके बाद से ये 2 सामान जो है बरामद किए गए हैं और जाहिर तौर पर ये सीसीटीवी फुटेज आने वाले वक्त में सुकेश चंद्रशेखर की मुश्किलें जो है वो कोर्ट में बढ़ा सकता है।
ओके, आनंद तिवारी जी, आप हमें ये भी बता सकते हैं कि जब ये हुआ कितने पुलिस ऑफिशियल्स इन्वॉल्व थे, कितने जेल के ऑफिशियल्स इन्वॉल्व थे? विजुअल्स तो हमें दिख रहे हैं, हमारे ऑडियंस को अपने स्क्रीन के दाएं तरफ पे दिख रहे हैं, बट आप हमें इस रेड के बारे में और बता सकते हैं प्लीज?
जी देखिए, हाल में ही जो तिहाड़ की मंडोली जेल है वहां पर ये रेड्स की गई, जिसमें जो जेलर दीपक शर्मा थे, जो उनके दूसरे जेलर हैं जय सिंह, ये सीआरपीएफ के कुछ जवानों को और जो जेल प्रशासन के कुछ अधिकारियों को लेके सरप्राइज रेड करने के लिए यहां पर पहुंचते हैं। कुछ और जेल ऑफिसर्स भी यहां पर मौजूद होते हैं। 24 घंटे सीसीटीवी कैमरे से पहले भी वॉच जो है वो सुकेश चंद्रशेखर ऊपर की जा रही थी, लेकिन लगातार जो तस्वीरें पहले सामने आई थी कि सुकेश उस दौरान पर्दों से अपने सीसीटीवी कैमरे को ढक देता था और तिहाड़ प्रशासन इसमें पूरी सुकेश की मदद करता था। यही वजह है कि जो 200 करोड़ रुपए की ठगी का मामला है उसमें सुकेश के साथ कई जेल ऑफिसर्स भी जेल गए हैं। लेकिन इस सीसीटीवी फुटेज में आप देख सकते हैं कि पहला सीक्वेंस में जो दोनों जेल ऑफिसर्स हैं वो सुकेश की सेल के अंदर एंट्री करते हैं और सुकेश हड़बड़ा के खड़ा हो जाता है। उसके बाद सुकेश से तलाशी लेने के लिए कहा जाता है, जिसके बाद सुकेश अपने दोनों हाथ खोल देता है और उसके बाद मेटल डिटेक्टर से सुकेश की तलाशी शुरू होती है। आप तस्वीरें देख सकते हैं कि जहां पर सुकेश खड़ा हुआ है वहीं पे नीचे उसका जो बिस्तर है, बेड, वो लगा हुआ है और वहां पे भी जब तलाशी ली जाती है तो वहां से जो 1.5 लाख रुपए की गुच्ची की चप्पल है, काफी ब्रांडेड चप्पल है, वो बरामद की गई है। इसके अलावा 80-80 हजार रुपए की जो जीन्स है वो बरामद की गई है, लेबल लगी हुई। ये जेल में उनके खिलाफ है जो जेल के सूत्रों ने बताया है और उसके बाद बाकायदा इसकी रिपोर्ट जो है वो जेल प्रशासन को दी गई और उसके बाद एक कानूनी कागज तैयार करके कोर्ट को भी इस पूरे मामले से अवगत कराया गया है, क्योंकि सुकेश चंद्रशेखर मामले में लगातार पटियाला हाउस कोर्ट में सुनवाई जारी है। हाल में ही जो जैकलिन फर्नांडिस थी उन्हें दिल्ली पुलिस की ईओडब्ल्यू ने विटनेस बनाया इस पूरे मामले में। तो सुकेश चंद्रशेखर लगातार तिहाड़ जेल के अंदर कुछ ऐसी गतिविधियां कर रहा है कि वो सुर्खियों में बना रहे और लगातार वो उसकी ट्रिक है कि वो तिहाड़ जेल से साउथ इंडिया की किसी दूसरी जेल में शिफ्ट हो जाए। ये सीसीटीवी फुटेज आने वाले वक्त में सुकेश चंद्रशेखर की मुश्किलें काफी ज्यादा बढ़ा सकती हैं।
ओके, आप हमें ये भी समझा सकते हैं सर, कपड़े और ये जो घड़ी है ये अंदर पहुंचा कैसे?
जी देखिए, ये बड़ा सवाल है। इसकी तिहाड़ जेल इंक्वायरी कराएगा कि सुकेश के पास ये महंगे ब्रांडेड कपड़े और चप्पलें आखिर कैसे पहुंच रही हैं।
Okay, आनंद तिवारी जी हमारे साथ रुकिए। सुनील गुप्ता, फॉर्मर तिहाड़ जेल official, is with us on the phone right now. Sir, thank you so much for joining us here on CNN News 18. Sir, an expensive watch, expensive clothes being found in the cell of Sukesh Chandrashekhar. Sir, but the question remains, how did these clothes, how did the watch reach inside his room in the first place? So what is your guess?
Yeah, basically you see here it seems to be a connivance between the jail staff and Sukesh Chandrashekhar, because he is a moneyed people and he can buy everything, every officer in the jail. So most probably this has gone inside the jail as a connivance between the staff and him. And also you see this is property article, the valued articles, which is having this very expensive article. These are prohibited under the provisions of Delhi Jail Manual.
Okay.
So apparently he has committed the jail offence for which he could be punished by the superintendent jail.
Okay. Sir, can you just tell us a little bit more about the jail manual that you're talking about? Are any personal items allowed? And then if they are, is there an upper value that they can be of? How does that work? Can you explain it to our audiences?
Yes. Under the jail manual, every ordinary article is allowed. Like if you are having this jean, this pant or ordinary shirt, that is allowed. But if jean is very puffy or is having so many pockets, like this Gucci jean is having so many pockets where these prohibited items can be concealed. This is prohibited. Plus these Gucci shoes, these are very expensive. And under the law, these expensive articles cannot be smuggled inside the prison. And it is apparent case of connivance between the prison staff and the Sukesh.
Okay, so Gucci shoes, sir, pants, and I think the other item is a watch. Are there rules about a watch in the manual, sir?
Yeah, so far as watch is concerned, this can be allowed. This is prohibited article, but this can be allowed to a prisoner by the superintendent jail. And I know apparently in this case, there is no such permission granted by the superintendent jail.
Okay. And so, sir, I just want to understand from you, in this situation where you have had officials come in and do that check, in this case, what does it mean? That at first glance, these clothes and this watch was possibly allowed and different officials are now checking it. What do you think has taken place exactly here?
No, it means these outside agencies or outside people other than the jail people, they are still suspicious about his activities and they are taking these surprise searches. And under the law, if they have caught any such thing which is not permissible under the rules, then these things could be forfeited. This is subject to the discretion of superintendent jail. he can forfeit all these items. So
Okay.
now let's see what Superintendent Jail decide.
Okay. And so the last question I just want to ask you is that of CCTVs. We know that Sukesh is technically on a CCTV. I just want to understand, do you have any details? Is that 24 hours, sir? And are there officials that are monitoring those visuals?
Yeah, basically, when apparently he has been kept in the cell, which is being watched through CCTV. But through CCTV, you can't see that which type of jean he is wearing or which type of chappals he is wearing. These are very minute things. And watch, it may show that you are wearing the watch, but it will not show whether that has been allowed by Superintendent Jail or not. So CCTV footage will be an additional evidence to punish Sukesh under the jail manual.
Okay, all right, sir. Thank you so much for bringing us those details. Let's go over now to my colleague Anshul to understand more. Anshul, for audiences who are just tuning in, can you tell us, this is obviously, not at all good news for Chandrashekhar, but it's also not a good look for jail officials. Of course, they just did this raid, but somewhere there's been loopholes in the jail administration itself that these clothes came inside in the first place. Can you bring us more perspective?
Well, definitely there is a lot that has to be answered from the jail authorities, because remember, this is not the first time that something like this has happened inside the jail cells of Tihar. In fact, just a few days ago, the former Tihar DG was actually suspended from his position because of the kind of activities or the kind of benefits that Sukesh Chandrashekhar and other people who were inside the jail, such as Satindra Jain and other people, were getting inside the jail cells, and that is the reason why the former Tihar DG was suspended from his position as well. Now, since the new DG has come to the power out here, Mr. Sanjay Beniwal, who is an IPS officer, and now since he has become the new DG, we have seen that over the past many weeks there have been several raids that have been conducted inside the jail cells of Tihar and Mandoli jail. Now, this raid that was conducted specifically on Sukesh Chandrasekhar's jail cell, in which the two jailers, these two jailers have specifically been tasked to make sure that Sukesh Chandrashekhar does not get any sort of benefits inside the jail cells, because we know the manner in which the brain of that man operates. He can very easily con anyone and very easily take benefits out of anyone, and this is the kind of person that he is. And now, since so these two jailers were actually transferred in the Mandoli jail just to make sure that no benefits Sukesh Chandrashekhar could take out of the police and the prison officials. Now, this raid that was conducted, it came as an absolute shock to Sukesh Chandrashekhar. We can see in the visuals that he can be seen crying inside the jail cell as well. Now, both these jailers, along with the team of CRPF officials, reached the jail cell of Sukesh Chandrashekhar, where they conduct these raids. Jeans worth rupees 80,000, designer jeans worth rupees 80,000, and slippers of the brand Gucci were worth rupees 1.5 lakhs were found inside the jail cell, which the jail officials say that it is absolutely illegal to keep such expensive things inside the jail cell by a conman who is already inside the jail because of the 200 crore alleged scam that he has. And he has also cases of Makoka registered against him, which means that he was actually involved in financial frauds from inside the jail cells as well, and he was actually bribing people from inside the jail cell as well. But yes, no phones has been found this time around, because we saw that the phones were already recovered from Sukesh's jail cell just a few months ago. And now, but yes, this tells about the mentality of this person, that even after so much has happened, even after the proceedings are going on inside the court is also very, very strict this time around. They are refusing to give him bail. In fact, Sukesh Chandrashekhar has said that he feels threatened inside the jail cells of the national capital, and he should be shifted to somewhere in the south. Where
Anshul, just stay with us for a second. I want to walk our audiences through the visuals themselves now on the screen that is behind me. The screen that you can see is bringing you visuals from inside the Tihar jail cell. Now, on your screens, you can see Sukesh Chandrashekhar. He is, as we speak, being investigated in a case. Now, Chandrashekhar over here in his jail cell is clearly distraught. This is a reaction to, as you can see, the raid that has just taken place. Jail officials came into his room after they were informed that he might have clothes, watches. As you can see over here, these are the officials that were involved in this entire effort. On the bottom of your screens over here, you can see as they are going through all of Chandrashekar's belongings, they're also, as you can see, once again giving him a body scan. And on the left side, as you can see over here, they're also checking inside certain portions of the room behind. They're taking photos at the same time. This is because they'd received information that Chandrasekhar over here might have clothes and watches of a higher value, and very much that is, it seems, what turned out to be true. You can see over here as they lift a sheet. Now, you'll remember that's a hot water bottle being checked. You'll remember that they found a watch, they found clothes and shoes, all from very expensive brands. Gucci is the brand we're talking about right now. I'm not sure yet if that's the brand that all of these clothing articles came from, but the value of each of these goods is believed in some cases to be more than 1 lakh, far against, as you just heard, we spoke right now to a former Tihar jail official who told us that that is very much against the jail manu rules. Now, let's go back to my colleague Anand Tiwari. He's with us. He's from News 18 India. He's going to bring us more details. आनंद तिवारी जी, हमारे साथ जुड़े रहने के लिए धन्यवाद. आप हमें बता सकते हैं ये जो रेड हुआ इसमें कितने ऑफिशियल्स इन्वॉल्व थे सर?
जी देखिए, आप जो तस्वीरें देख रहे हैं उसमें करीबन आधा दर्जन लोग हैं, करीबन 5 से 6 जेल ऑफिसर्स जो है वहां पे नजर आ रहे हैं. जो 2 जेलर हैं वो नजर आ रहे हैं, सीआरपीएफ के जवान नजर आ रहे हैं, कुछ और जो जेल का स्टाफ है वहां पे नजर आ रहा है. जब से तिहाड़ के अंदर नए डीजी आए हैं, वक्त वक्त पर इस तरह की सरप्राइज जो चेकिंग है वो जो भी हाई रिस्क या जो सस्पेक्टेड प्रिजनर्स कैदी होते हैं उनके ऊपर लगातार तिहाड़ प्रशासन करता आ रहा है. उसी सिलसिले में चूंकि सुकेश चंद्रशेखर ने जिस तरह से कांड अंदर किए हैं उससे तिहाड़ की साख पर काफी बट्टा लगा था. कई जेल ऑफिसर जो हैं उनके ऊपर गाज गिरी थी. जो तिहाड़ के तत्कालीन डीजी थे उन तब के ऊपर जो है इंक्वायरी ऑर्डर की गई थी जब वो अपने पद से हटे थे. तो उसके बाद से लगातार सुकेश के ऊपर क्लोजली वॉच किया जा रहा था और यही वजह है कि दोनों जेलर हैं उन्हें कुछ भनक लगी और उसके बाद वो यहाँ पर सरप्राइज चेकिंग करने जब पहुंचते हैं तो यहाँ से जो गुच्ची की चप्पल हैं और जो ब्रांडेड जीन्स हैं जो यहाँ से बरामद की जाती है, जिस तरह से अभी जो एक्स पीआरओ हैं वो भी बता रहे थे कि जेल मैनुअल में क्या क्या चीजें कैदी जेल के अंदर रख सकते हैं और क्या क्या चीजें जो हैं वो प्रतिबंधित हैं. तो अपने आप में इस पर तिहाड़ जेल इंक्वायरी कराएगा. जाहिर तौर पर इसमें देखी जाएगी कि किसकी भूमिका जो है वो संदेहास्पद पाई गई है, किस तरह का एक्शन जो है तिहाड़ प्रशासन लेगा और क्या सुकेश के ऊपर और सख्ती जो है वो तिहाड़ जेल के अंदर की जाएगी.
Right. Anand, बने रहिए हमारे साथ. I will also cut across to my colleague Anshul, who's also with us on the broadcast. Let's once again tell our viewers what exactly do you see on your screens. This is a mega News 18 exclusive. We've managed to access CCTV footage of Conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar from inside Tihar jail, and on the one side of this feed you can see him crying. Why is he doing so? It happened after the jail authorities, in fact the Tihar jailer, raided Conman Sukesh's jail cell and seized expensive Gucci slippers that were worth 1.5 lakh rupees and also 3 expensive jeans that were worth 80,000 rupees. On the right side of the screen you can see the jail authorities carrying out that raid. Anshul is also with us. Anshul, these are very, very dramatic scenes that have been revealed to us from inside the Tihar jail compound.
Well, definitely this footage has exclusively been accessed by News 18 and especially Anand Tiwari who has accessed this footage, and this actually tells the story of how Sukesh Chandrashekhar is still operating from inside the jail cells. Because remember, slippers worth rupees 1.5 lakh have been recovered from his jail cells, and also jeans worth rupees 80,000 have been recovered from his jail cell. Now, such expensive items are not allowed inside the jail cells because there are other criminals who are inside the jail cells. And when something as expensive as this comes inside the jail, then yes, there could be a situation where the entire environment of the jail could actually go out of hand, and hence such items are not allowed. And this raid was actually conducted by the Delhi police because they had the suspicion that Sukesh, who is a conman whose brain operates in a very, very different manner, because we have seen that since the time he has been inside the jail, he has continuously been involved in corruption and in calling people from inside the jail cell as well. Just a few months ago, in fact, the entire top brass of the Tihar jail was actually suspended because of the manner in which Sukesh was getting privileges and other people who were lodged inside the jail were getting privileges ranging from Sukesh Chandrashekhar to Satyendra Jain. And we saw all those CCTV footages coming to the fore. And after that, the administration of the Tihar jail changed, and now the Tihar jail DG, Mr. Sanjay Beniwal, he has been conducting these raids from the past 3 to 4 months, and almost in the jail cells of each and every high risk criminal. And after these raids have come to the fore, what we have been told is that the court will be informed, and more security would be provided in and around Sukesh Chandrashekhar, so that he cannot con anyone else. And he lives like a normal criminal inside the jail cell.
Absolutely. Anshul, stay on with us. Let me also bring in Anand here. Anand, the fact that आप ये सारी footage हमारे लिए access करके लाए हैं, जो procedure है जब कोई inmate जेल में जाता है, especially तिहाड़ जेल में जाता है, चाहे वो कितना भी high profile criminal क्यों ना हो, एक basic requirement है जिसके साथ ही उसको अंदर जेल में allowed होता है. ये सारी amenities कैसे आई हैं सुकेश के पास?
जी देखिए, एक बड़ी खबर हम आपको बता दें, तिहाड़ प्रशासन ने इस पे इंक्वायरी के ऑर्डर कर दिए हैं. ये अपने आप में बड़ी बात है कि जो नेटवर्क 18 में न्यूज 18 इंडिया की खबर का असर हुआ है, और तिहाड़ प्रशासन ने इस पूरे जांच के आदेश दिए हैं कि आखिर सुकेश के पास ये प्रतिबंधित सामान आखिर अंदर कैसे पहुंचे थे. तो ये बड़ी खबर का असर हुआ है, और जाहिर तौर पर तिहाड़ के जो बड़े अधिकारी हैं इस पूरे मामले की जांच कराएंगे कि आखिर ये सुकेश के पास जो ये जीन्स और जो चप्पलें थी ब्रांडेड, ये आखिर जेल के अंदर कैसे पहुंची.
Absolutely. Anand, thank you so much for putting that into perspective. So this is a mega CNN News 18 impact. In fact, a News 18 impact, like my colleague Anand Tiwari has been mentioning. After we have broken this news from inside the Tihar jail premises, especially from within the cell of Sukesh Chandrashekhar, where we have revealed to you how the con man was in possession of expensive stuff like Gucci slippers and also expensive jeans that were worth 80,000 rupees each. All of that has been seized by the Tihar jail authorities, and now an inquiry has been ordered as to how Sukesh Chandrashekhar managed to get all of this inside his prison cell. Anand, इसके बाद और कोई बयान आ रहा है तिहाड़ जेल अथॉरिटीज की तरफ से?
जी देखिए, बिल्कुल तिहाड़ जेल प्रशासन ने इस सीसीटीवी फुटेज पर संज्ञान लिया है, और उन्होंने बाकायदा एक जांच के इसमें आदेश दिए हैं. खुद जो तिहाड़ के बड़े अधिकारी हैं, उन्होंने जब ये टेलीविजन स्क्रीन पर न्यूज 18 की ये फुटेज देखा चलते हुए, तो जाहिर तौर पर जो सूत्रों से जानकारी मिल रही है कि वो अब इंक्वायरी कराएंगे कि आखिर सुकेश जब इतनी हाई रिस्क वार्ड में मौजूद सेल में था, तो आखिर उसके पास ये महंगे गुच्ची की जो चप्पलें हैं और जो ब्रांडेड जीन्स हैं काफी महंगी, ये कैसे उसके अंदर तक पहुंची, और उसके बाद किस तरह से सरप्राइज रेड के दौरान इन्हें वहां से बरामद किया गया, और उसके बाद बाकायदा एक रिपोर्ट जो है वो तैयार की गई है.
All right. Anand and Anshul, thank you so much. And we will, of course, wait for authorities of the Tihar jail to respond to how exactly have they found out that Sukesh managed to bring in all these expensive items inside his cell. We are waiting to get more updates, and my colleagues Anand and Anshul will have an eye on this story. Right now, what we are doing is slipping into a very short break and coming right back with lots more news and updates that continue right here on CNN News 18.